Hello and welcome to Viewpoint Christian Academy's Distance Learning Training Program. We're so excited that you have decided to participate in Viewpoint Christian Academy this year, and this training program will help to give you the tools that you need to be successful in completing academics with your family. My name is Dr. Adam Rondo, and I have been working at Viewpoint Christian Academy since 2000 as both a teacher and administratively. At this time, I am excited to be able to be the director of our program, and I hope to be able to assist your family in meeting your Christian educational goals. I graduated from Viewpoint in 1997 and returned in 2000 to work and to teach, and I'm just excited to be able to share with you this training program. I believe it will help you to be successful. But as we begin this training program, I want to share with you the three pillars of our educational philosophy here at Viewpoint Christian Academy. And this will help you to understand where we're coming from and why we do what we do. We have three, if you will, pillars at Viewpoint Christian Academy. First, we desire to be biblical. Second, we want to be individualized. And third, we are mastery-based. Let's talk about these one at a time real quickly. First, biblical. In the scriptures, education equates to discipleship. The education that your children receive is their discipleship for life. And sadly, so much of modern education has sought to sterilize it from religious influence. In America, it's considered unconstitutional to read the Bible and pray in public schools. This has ravaged the education that so many have received, leaving it void of Christ. The Apostle Paul warns that such philosophical influences will spoil or destroy, ruin us. Colossians 2:8 says, "Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy or vain deceit, after the tradition of men and after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ." See, Viewpoint Christian Academy exists to assist families in leading their children to a relationship with Jesus Christ. We think everything else is secondary. Our motto is spirit, character, academics. However, it's not just our motto, it also expresses our priorities. The spiritual condition of the child should be at the core of their education. As Jesus said, "For what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" Education that seeks to divorce spiritual training from all of its components is secular humanist at best, and is certainly not being influenced by Christianity and the scriptures. Further, Viewpoint also seeks to promote and develop godly character within the lives of its students, because it is character, not intelligence, that is the determinative factor for success in life. One may have all the intellectual capability available, all the smarts that are possible, but without character to apply it properly, it will most likely be wasted. Viewpoint desires for the students to achieve their God-ordained destiny, which is what? To become conformed to the image of Christ, or to develop good, godly character. Finally, we look at academics. And while academics may be the final priority of Viewpoint, it is in no way inferior. Academics at our school are used to shape the spirit and the character of the students. The scriptures are infused within the curriculum. We are unashamed to be creation scientists. Values are taught as absolute and eternal, coming from God and not subject to the whim of the culture. Viewpoint believes and is committed to biblical education for all of its students. And it is this commitment that influences our individualized approach to education, leading us to number two, individualization. See, we believe that an individual approach to education is not only biblical, but it's also advantageous to the student. It's obvious that not every student of the same age is exactly the same. They are all unique. They are at different sizes. They are different maturity levels, and yes, different academic abilities. The modern educational system has just kind of unfortunately sought to herd together students of the same age bracket and throw and teach all the same material at them at the same time. And this approach has really failed many, many students. In a conventional classroom setting, the students are grouped together and instructed by a teacher who's forced to teach to the middle of the class. Invariably, this means that the students who excel will be held back, and the students who are slower and unable to grasp the materials at that rate will fall behind. This can lead to frustration, learning gaps, repeating grades, or worse, just being moved along in the system. Additionally, the students that are more advanced in the class are given a disservice in that they're held back to accommodate others. Well, this will lead to boredom, the loss of potential for advancement, etc. So at Viewpoint, our individualized approach addresses the needs of all the students by taking them out of the classroom and placing them into what we would refer to as a learning center. And your home will become the learning center for your child, because every child is unique. New students are immediately given a diagnostic test to help determine their performance levels in each of the core subjects: math, language arts, social studies, science, etc. Once a performance level has been determined, any learning gaps that may be discovered are filled, and we will prescribe a curriculum that is tailored to fit the student's particular needs. It may be that he is at various levels in different core subjects. It may be that she comes with learning gaps that need to be filled in order to ensure academic success, or it may be that she comes and is able to excel at grade level or even beyond. The curriculum that we utilize is self-instructional. It doesn't require a teacher to be present. Rather, parents and teachers serve as supervisors that ensure progress and assist in one-on-one to tutors to help the child succeed. See, in this way, learning becomes the responsibility of the student. That's key. Individualized education is predicated upon one other very important tenet in Viewpoint's philosophy of education, and is that of mastery. Some people would prefer the term perhaps competency, but I'm going to use the term mastery because we have a mastery-based approach. That's our third tenet, right? What do we mean by a mastery-based approach or a competency-based approach? We follow a model of education that requires mastery from the student in the subjects that they are given. In accordance with our individualized approach, the students are placed at the appropriate level, in each subject and given a foundation on which to build successes. The curriculum text at Viewpoint are either divided into 10 or 12, depending on which curriculum. If you're using the Ignitia curriculum, you will have 10 units to complete per year. If you're using the PACE or ACE curriculum, you will need to finish 12 units per subject per year. And there will be a test at the end of each unit. Students are expected to achieve a minimum of 80% to pass a unit. This grade demonstrates competency of the material covered and ensures that the student has a good foundation that enables them to advance to the next unit. This approach ensures that the child is not simply just spending time doing work, but rather is actually learning and advancing forward in their education. Why would you move on? And with that being said, why would you even want to have your child move on to a new topic when they haven't learned the previous one? And our curriculum and our program and our scope and sequence is sequential. If you don't learn one, it's going to be more difficult to learn the next appropriately. So we have this mastery model that we have in place. It ensures this approach also opens educational opportunities for the student. They're given the time that they need to learn the material without having to worry about keeping up with the group, and they have the opportunity to advance without being held back by the group. Grades are just grade levels, first, second, third grade. That's just an indicator of age range, not academic ability. And many of the students at Viewpoint have found that they can accelerate their education and advance forward into higher grade levels in some or all of their subjects because of this mastery-based approach. So again, our three foundational components are biblical, individualized, and mastery-based. And in order to help us achieve this goal, we utilize self-instructional curriculum, and we are also accredited by the National Association of Private Schools. So depending on which program you've enrolled in will determine which curriculum you use. But right now, at this time, we are also proud to be able to say that we're an accredited program, and so that your child is enrolled in an accredited private Christian school. Even though they're doing their work at home, even though their learning center is in your home, they are enrolled in our private Christian school. Just before we close this, I want to real quickly cover one other important element, and that is the financial commitment at Viewpoint Christian Academy, the commitment that you have made to partner with us, but also to pay tuition, etc. The tuition prices that you see listed here, the tuition prices you see listed here are not necessarily, they're subject to change, but these are an example of our tuition rates for the year and fees, etc. And we very much appreciate your commitment to following through with this, with your financial agreement. As if there is any time when you need to speak with someone or make specific arrangements, please do not hesitate to contact the school, to reach out to us about this. We are so happy to be able to partner with you in helping to provide a Christian education in your home and helping your family meet their Christian education goals. We will work with you to do whatever we can to help make this possible. We try to keep it as affordable as possible, but it is important that you meet these commitments. So please do not fall behind on those. And if you do, if something happens, please reach out to us and help us to understand why, and we will work with you to make it possible. Thank you so much for participating in our program this year. This is the first of several videos, so please take good notes, pay close attention, and I hope you enjoy this and it helps to equip you for success this coming school year. God bless.